Hey everybody, welcome back to the Wolf Pit with another episode of What Are We Eating? If you've ever been to a Japanese steakhouse, you know what hibachi fried rice is, and to me, they all taste the same no matter what Japanese steakhouse you're at. Lots of butter, soy sauce, and some veggies. And of course you gotta have the yum yum sauce. Like I mentioned before in the Benihana Yakisoba beef and noodle bowl video, which didn't happen to be anything to write home about, the problem with going to Japanese steakhouses is unless you go with a group of people, you end up having to eat dinner with strangers, which could be a good or bad thing. But for those of us who don't really want strangers watching us eat, and vice versa, you can now get Benihana's hibachi chicken fried rice at home, which is fried rice with white meat chicken, grilled onions, carrots, and egg. This 10-ounce meal costs a whopping $5.49. Like I said before, I don't mind paying a little bit extra for quality food, so if it's any good, the higher price tag is worth it. The picture on the box looks pretty darn good, with golden brown seared pieces of chicken, veggies, and egg. Benihana is not just a meal, it's an experience. At Benihana, you gather around the table and watch your personal chef perform the art of teppanyaki. You listen as razor-sharp blades slice through tender steak and juicy chicken, while you take in the aroma of sizzling meat and savory vegetables prepared right at your table. Inspired by Benihana's classic menu, this meal delivers the restaurant experience you love at home. There's not a whole lot of ingredients in the whole meal, especially the chicken. But I still think the chicken is a formed meat slurry concoction, just with fewer ingredients. And here's why I think this. If it's chicken breast with rib meat, how do you combine rib meat with chicken breast unless it's ground up, blended with a binder, in this case it's rice starch, and then formed? But even if this is the case, there's not a whole bunch of crap in the meat. The whole bowl of hibachi chicken fried rice has 380 calories, 8 grams of total fat, 2.5 grams of saturated fat, no trans fat, 50 milligrams of cholesterol, 820 milligrams of sodium, 55 grams of carbohydrates, 2 grams of fiber, 3 grams of sugars, and 23 grams of protein. The only recommended method of heating is in the microwave. So let's get it out of the box and heat it up. The only thing we need to do is vent the plastic seal, and then it goes into the microwave for 2 minutes and 30 seconds. After 2.5 minutes, open it up and give it a stir to ensure all the sauce covers the rice. Then it goes back in the microwave for 1 minute and 15 seconds, and then it rests in the microwave for 1 to 2 minutes before serving. Here's the finished product. And there's really a good bit of chicken in here, so they definitely didn't skip on the chicken. We gave it one more mix to ensure everything was coated, and the rice looked pretty good, somewhat fluffy. It definitely wasn't all wet and clumpy like some frozen meals that contain rice. So then we went in for a piece of chicken, which didn't really look all that great, but it did look like a real piece of chicken, which we're pretty sure it's not. So into my pie hole it went, and once it was in there, the initial appearance summed it up. Not very good at all, which is very surprising, because I was somewhat impressed with the very few ingredients in the chicken, and the fact that it looked like a real piece of chicken. The chicken was oh so spongy. I guess that sponginess is simply impossible to avoid when you grind up meats and then turn them into a formed meat slurry concoction. Next I tried the rice and the vegetables, and just when you think it can't get any worse, it does. The rice was pretty hard and some parts were crunchy. It's like the rice was only halfway cooked. But that's the good part. The bad part is, there was some kind of weird taste that seemed familiar, but not in a good way. My taste buds just couldn't figure out what the awful taste was. I tried one final bite with everything, for you, the people, so you didn't have to. The chicken, the rice, and the vegetables. And that was entirely too much for me. I was done and threw in the spoon. But Courtney, on the other hand, wanted to try it for herself. And her reactions summed it up perfectly. Wait for it.
Ew, the chicken is spongy. What is this? Ew! Lawrence, what is this? This is not food. This is not good. This is not good. I don't like it. Dad, it has no flavor.
It tastes like it's almost got charcoal lighter fluid on it.
Oh, you ate that stuff?
Huh?
You ate that stuff?
Yes, she was right. That was that familiar taste I was talking about. Lighter fluid. And she didn't understand what I meant, that you can taste the lighter fluid on food if you don't give the lighter fluid time to burn off. Well, if you haven't guessed it already, neither one of us like this at all. I just don't understand these restaurants putting their name and their reputation on the line with these crappy frozen processed foods. The chicken was terrible, the rice was terrible, and the flavor was terrible. Which is why Benihana's Hibachi chicken fried rice gets a 0 out of 10. I wouldn't recommend you waste your time or your money on this. If you'd like to help support the Wolf Pit, consider being a patron. You can pledge as little as $1 a month. That's only $12 for the whole year. Or you can pledge more. That's up to you. Either way, every little bit's appreciated and helps me produce more high-quality videos more often for you, the people. Thank you all very much for watching. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe, and I'll see you soon.